Adults and teens. We're going to talk about driving and POV, but first you got to be able to read signs. Signs are known by their color and shape. And I think a lot of people have anxiety because they just can't read the signs. Next, clarity. If you can't see when you're driving, that's going to cause a lot of anxiety. I understand. I don't wear glasses yet, but these are glasses. So it's really important that you realize that you got to go over these signs over and over and over. A stop sign is red and white, STOP. It's known by its color and shape. Guide signs are green and white. A lot of the beginning drivers and adult drivers simply can't read. And if you can't read, that's going to bring you anxiety. We're going to be looking at visual skills, meaning identifying targets, searching 15 to 20 seconds ahead, able to judge adequate following distance in a matter of seconds. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Thank you. Checking your mirrors, your center mirror, your left mirror, and your right mirror. Really appreciate you, E, and what you do. Use a balanced approach. You can have your hands at 10 and 2. You can have your hands at 9 and 3. You can have your hands at 7 and 5. There's more than one way to turn the steering wheel. Yes, E has been a crazy day. And when we get on the expressway, it's going to be crazy too. It's going to be a lot of people driving fast. That's going to create anxiety. And you got to take a step back. I'm here to show you what you need to do so we don't strike a pedestrian, we don't hit an object, and we don't do dangerous maneuvers. So if you're ready, I'm ready. We'll talk. We'll talk about what we need to do to reduce anxiety. First, you got to take a moment for yourself, okay? And if you don't rest a moment, you're going to bring all this negativity onto the road, and then someone's going to cut you off. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on my seatbelt. Click it. I always talk about putting on your seatbelt, feeling safe so you're not thrown from the vehicle. It is crazy windy out here. Like I was being pushed, literally going to the car. It's got to be at least a 25 or 30 mile per hour wind gust. So that's going to be pushing the car all over the road. So we had to have both hands on the steering wheel. As I go through this, you ask me questions. So when I put the car in reverse, I'm going to back and look. I'm going to look left and right, and I'm going to take my time. I'm going to look around. If you don't look around, you're going to run over someone. Plain and simple. We're here to take our time. We're here to grow. We're here to get better. Let's get better together. This is why you watch this POV, Anxiety Proof Guide, because I'm a state certified driving instructor. I'm not going to lie to you. If I do something wrong, I'm going to tell you I'm wrong. If we see something right, I'm going to tell you it's right. All right, let's go ahead and change angles. We're coming out of a parking lot. We have to be safe. You got to look. We don't want to damage our car. Okay, I left out of a private driveway. Now I'm on the main street. Use your blinker. If you don't use your blinker, people are going to walk out in front of you, cars are going to turn in front of you, and you're going to have a crash. One of the most important things that I see as an instructor, use your blinker. It's one of the most simple things, but many people around us will fail to use their blinker. I don't want you to fail. I want you to pass. And it takes time. It does take work to learn how to drive, but if you want to become a good driver, you got to be consistent. So we have to stop. That's that red and white sign. What am I doing? I look left, right, left. So I'm going to move forward. It's called showing the car. Okay, I'm going to pause again. And now I'm going to make a right turn. Always use your blinker. And then I'm going to turn out. Okay, I'm going to turn on my left turn signal. And I'm not sure. See, now they turned on their blinker. Communicate your intention. You're probably saying everyone knows this. They don't do it. Now we got to be prepared for rain, a lot of fast driving, and we just got to go slow. I'm very methodical when I drive, and there's always pressure. You got to get your hours turned in. You got to be at a place to get your car repaired. Life is full of pressure, but if you can't handle the pressure, then you got to make a decision. You're going to have someone do this for you. So we're just going to take our time. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm looking left and right. I'm going to wave at this person, and then I'm going to get over. I don't know what this lady's doing, but a lot of people just kind of stand there like, bruh, you see me. We don't see you, okay? And just use your blinker. Most drivers are really courteous and nice. I'm a courteous and nice person. That's why you guys love this POV driving anxiety proof video. I'm merging on the expressway. Thank you. I'm coming out at 60. There's a semi truck. There are two trucks behind me. E, you know I'm not playing because last time I got caught slipping. Meaning there was a semi truck to the left and there was a F-250 truck to the right. I hesitated and I almost paid the price of smashing my car. So I'm gonna get over to the left. I'm trying to stay out of the way of other drivers. I don't want to be in their blind spots. I don't want them in my blind spots. I want to be able to make smooth maneuvers easily and take my time. That's what I really want to do. But now I'm in the left lane, which is fine. I'm moving pretty good. The wind is pushing me to the left. I'm trying to be patient. And sometimes you got to be home or do a job or pick up your son or daughter from daycare, and there's pressure. You got to be there before 5, 4:30, and you got to manage. You can't let life, and E, as you say, life. So you see the camera shaking a little bit. It's very windy, and wind will push. But we can't let deadlines and life make us reckless drivers. We got to take our time, stay smooth, and be consistent. I'm trying to be consistent on my speed. I like that white Durango. Doesn't that thing look nice? Okay. I've always liked nice cars and vehicles. Imagine trying to drive a semi truck. Oh my God. You can see that thing in that semi truck. That thing's about to come loose. Let me stand with them. Okay. Yeah, E, I'm hanging in there. As an instructor, I face a lot of things too. Schedules, people who are scared to drive, people who want to complain. But you know what? I'm going to speak truth, and I'm going to help those people. If you take the time to be here, I'm going to take the time to support you. And that's all we really can do is support each other. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to support all of us. Now I'm looking ahead. I got to make a decision. Do I stay in the left lane? Do I stay in the middle lane? I'm definitely not going all the way to the right. Thank you. Good. That was dangerous. Whew. That driver made the decision at the last second to get over. Okay, real talk. I'm going to follow the curve around. I'm going it real easy. It's a nice convertible. Sometimes you got to preoccupy your mind. Fridays are especially stressful sometimes. You got to run to get your check, pick up your kids, go make a payment. I've been there before. I don't know how I made it. You just got to gut it out. Your mom can't do it. You can't do it. You know, you got to find, they are tripping. But I try not to get caught in that emotional whirlwind because I see it every day on the roads, on social media, and in life. So I try to desensitize myself. The main focus is us being safe. And you can tell by my voice, I'm more relaxed now, right? And I'm more comfortable. And I'm starting to get into my driving zone. And I'm starting to smile. I got my coffee here. Hey, I got my little Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich. Shout out Jimmy Dean. But those are comfort foods. And it helps me knock off that little irritable, emotional negativity that we all have. Okay, it helps, right? And talking to people. Like E, I know she'll be here. And if E went live, I would be there, okay? And the people who come on more and more, you're realizing this is community. And you helped me through this journey, and I want to teach you. So I'm just slowing down, covering my brake, I'm preparing for someone to cut over, but I'm not going to slam brakes. I'm squeezing my brake, going really slow. Just relaxed. I won't say that. Earlier on in my driving career, before I was an instructor, occasionally we all get irritated in traffic. It's just human nature, because if you live in a huge metropolitan city, Detroit, Manhattan, New York, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California, you're going to see things. You're going to be stuck in traffic. You're going to have detours. Your gas is going to be low, right? You're barely going to make it home. But you got to manage. And you got to have that extra energy. And you got to lean into yourself. The car is pushing me to the right. I'm really trying to hold this car straight. It's worse now than this morning. That's real. I'm pretty smooth right now. It's been an intense day. A lot of people not taking personal responsibility. A lot of people putting their insecurities on others. That'll cause anxiety. As you grow up, you'll learn to take personal responsibility. You can't blame others. And that's what I see. Thank you for asking. I don't know if they were asking you or asking me, but I think just taking that personal responsibility. If I mess up again or crash, guys, it's my fault. I messed up. If I don't, it's the other person's fault. So I always take responsibility, and that's hard for us sometimes. This curve is really tight. Places like Michigan, New York, Chicago, you're not supposed to cross these lines. They discourage you from crossing the lines. It's very windy today. They're from California. I always try to have that positive outlook. And since I've been on this platform, even when my truck got stolen, and that was one of the first videos I had put together, I had an SS Trailblazer, and my brother told me, hey, you got a high performance vehicle. You need to get a club. You need to put in a kill switch. I said, I know what I'm doing. Guess what? A year later, they stole my SS Trailblazer. I had to find the video and repost it, but we were sad. I went looking for him that evening. Okay? But you learn. And I'm trying to keep it real with you. You can't let material things kind of dictate our life. I've never been a big materialistic person. I'm a basic guy, okay? But if you work hard to get a nice truck or car or something, isn't it terrible that people want to steal it or, scratch it up? Because people hate, but we're not going to talk about hate. We're going to keep it real. Hey D, how you doing today? Thank you for being here. I'm a state certified driving instructor. We're talking about real life. If you had that good mental mindset, that's going to reduce anxiety. When you're tired or a crisis happens, a death, you're going to miss a car payment and your credit's going to drop. I've been there before. Or you're going to be late picking up your son or daughter from daycare. I've been there before. Or You're going to be late, meaning your girlfriend or boyfriend, and they're waiting for you, and you're always late. That's pressure sometimes. And it makes you do stupid stuff, drive really fast, cut off cars. I've never tried to be like that. I just tried to be consistent and steady. And you can't find, you gotta have your own happiness and your own solid emotional stability, because people owe you nothing. Some of you like this for the entertainment value. Some of you like it for the educational value. Things are starting to settle down a little bit. And it's always pressure because of the war in the Middle East. Gasoline prices are up, and that's pressure. You put in $20, you get like 3-4 gallons. We're all on kind of a fixed budget. Okay, that's anxiety too, because you gotta pay your bills. My check came in today, it's gone. You gotta pay your bills, insurance, food in the house, gasoline. Okay, but I've tried to make some changes. Eating more at home, try to combine all my trips, and you always have to expect the unexpected. You have to learn more than one way home too, because our brains get comfortable and they get lackadaisical. And we get over one lane to the right. And you can tell I'm a lot more relaxed when we get over one more lane. I'm kind of in an urban fringe area. Ooh, you see that truck go side to side? Come on, bro. I'm not trying to hang around this truck. I'm trying to keep going. I think having a plan E, I'm surprised you haven't captured me eating yet. Locking my teeth. I think being able to talk to your grandmother, your uncle, your auntie. I remember I had a subscriber on, they had no one to talk to in their family. They were like 32 years old. And they had 2 kids. And they wanted to learn how to drive, but no one in their family would help them. Wow. Just imagine. No one's helping you? So you got to find a way. If I have to save every single penny I find for a year, I'll save up every single cent. No subscriptions. Make the minimal payments. That's why you have to have determination. And it's hard because the older we get, you still fight. But what's important? Your family's the most important thing. But sometimes your family's the one that's holding you back. Because people tell lies and they want to control you. So I think that 16 to about 36-year-old, that's where you got to really, that's where you really got to figure it out. Okay? You got to figure it out. Your mom and dad won't be here forever. And they're always trying to prepare you, even when you're a little boy or girl. Honey, you got to save money. Honey, you got to listen to your teacher. And you're like, okay, mom and dad. Don't disappoint your mom and dad. That's a beautiful red Camaro right there. Okay? And you got to set those goals. And if you fall short, that's okay. But set goals. We don't know the emotional stability level of these drivers. We only can control. Look at this guy. He ready to die. Come on, man. Wow. But you got to hold it together. Same time you got to hold it together for your mom, for your dad. I've been in those situations too. Because you see your parents getting older, and you got to say, man, I got to quit playing. I got to get a job. I got to save my money up. Because if you don't have a plan, by your late 30s or 40s or even 50s, you will be living in horrible living conditions. You'll be depending on the government. Okay? And insurance is expensive. I have a meeting next Friday with my insurance agent. Once you hit a certain age, your rates are going to increase, and we're going to have to drop the insurance. I'm just being real with you. So you got to prepare. So guys, I want to say I love you, I care, and I will be talking to you maybe this weekend. Bye.